between the Beavers and the Bears this year. This is how the first one went down in Corvallis. Well, it was a goal from OSU in the 9th, Cal with a goal in the 53rd. I don't know how they survived after shot from the Beavers. Awudor offside on a goal. How about 22-6? The Beavers outshot the Bears on that particular day. 10 men nonetheless. Cal was able to escape with a point. They almost were able to do something similar on Thursday when they almost drew with Washington. Cal leads this all-time series against the Beavers, 31-19-6, but Oregon State, as of late, has the matchup dominance. There's a look at Terry Boss, the Oregon State boss, 5th year now as Beavers head coach, the former goalkeeper for the Puerto Rico national team. Opposite his side is Leonard Griffin in his first year at Cal, still looking for that, let's say, marquee win. Thought maybe they were going to get it on Thursday against the Huskies, and what a win it would be. But this Beavers team, which will be ranked come Tuesday, this would be a huge get for Cal if they can win. They're going to have to beat Luis Castillo a few times, the freshman from Catral in Spain. He has been good this year. He doesn't have that many saves conference-wise when you look at the leaderboard, but that's because his defense has not allowed many shots in front of him. Colin Travasos leads the Pac-12 in saves, but he's faced a lot of shots, and when you face a lot of shots, you allow a little bit more goals as well. The 139 goals against average, not where he wants it, but he put on quite the show against Washington. But again, Cal, who faced 21 shots against the Huskies, 15 corners, at the very, very end of the game, allowed his second goal. Otherwise, they would have got out there with the draw. Right off the bat, here's Mo Tiam, Oregon State, an early opportunity. Williams, who scored against Cal in that previous matchup, was back on October the 6th. As we said, Beavers are red hot. Unbeaten in 4 straight, all against top 6 opponents. Twice against Stanford, once against Washington, once against Portland. And they almost beat Washington as well. It took a late equalizer from the Huskies, or else the Beavers were going to be the first team all season to give the Washington Huskies a loss. Corner for the Beavers on the far side. Toward the box, Cal gets there first. Williams did not want to take it on the volley. Still Oregon State ball. Awudor. Cameron Roby up in the air. Cal hasn't dealt with this totally yet, and now the Bears finally do gain possession. So that's how the Beavers line up today. Only 2 Americans in the starting 11. That would be Speichner and Williams. It's an international team, to be sure. 8 from Spain, 6 from France. 8 different countries represented. Italy, Senegal, Germany, Idaho. It's a little Gem State humor for you on your Sunday morning. As a former resident of Idaho myself. Beaver throw on the far side. Speichner down the left wing. This is the Cal lineup. They normally go with a 3-5-2, as you can see. 4 players who normally occupy that back line in the lineup today. They've got a lot of speed up front, and they've used Nonso Adimabua as a target a lot of times, often on balls like this from Colin Travasos. Foul in the middle of the field. I do want to highlight Cal's left center back, number 23, Cameron Roby, because he had one heck of a game against some tough opposition. He really played his position well against the Huskies on Thursday. All of the defense for Cal really played quite well. As I said, it's almost a little bit unfair for Cal not to even take a point from that game, but Washington is #1 for a reason, and they had just enough time to take all 3 points on Thursday. Roby all the way up, looking for Davila. OSU not able to keep it in. Well, it's important for Cal to start early. Against the Beavers in the last game, they allowed a goal in the 9th. They need something like that. They need to put the pressure on the Beavers. Leonard Griffin called the loss to Washington heartbreaking. But he said, you know, the guys, they got to get ready for Oregon State. And don't let the non-ranking fool you. These Beavers are one of the better teams in NCAA Division I soccer, especially as of late. Spent 6 or so weeks unranked. Started the preseason #5. Of course, they won the Pac-12 last year and had a pretty good long run in the tourney until they were downed by Clemson. Lost on penalties in the quarterfinals. Of course, Clemson, pretty much a team of destiny last year. Beat the Huskies as well in the College Cup final. Dimabua wanted to go quickly, but I don't think Ibrahim was quite ready. Dangerous ball played at the back by Travassos, but the Bears will get away with it. Roby. Dimabua, that gets through. Williams losing out to Davila. Now Evan Davila looking for a pass. Tried to find Martinez. It'll fall instead to Dolan, excuse me. Roby. And just a bit past Dimabua. It was a good step up by Max Gossett. Gossett from Cannes in France, who are known probably a little more for their films than their football. Gossett on the ball. Across the field all the way to the German, Nicholas Lund. And a foul at midfield. "21 international players on this Oregon State side. Quite a few of them underclassmen as well. This is a team that brought in 14 freshmen and 17 newcomers. And with that kind of changeover, you're going to have a little bit of a tough time getting your pace down, your chemistry down, and perhaps that's what went into their dropping of the rankings from midseason. Nice step up from Roby to get that to Ibrahim, but that will not be a productive ball, and it'll be a Beaver throw. It's off Ellis Speichner. Cal will have a throw. Just 7 minutes in. Welcome you into Edwards Stadium. I'm Tyler Peterson. Little action on the eve of All Hallows Eve. Beavers looking to extend that unbeaten run, but October the 30th, maybe things get a little spooky. Who knows? Cal, they're hungry. Shirt pull from Williams, and that'll be a foul. Cal looking to run that ball over Nonso Dimabua. And easily back to Luis Castillo. Cal only one more game after this in their regular season. They'll be home for the big Classico against Stanford on November the 12th, so they'll have a little bit of time off. This one's going to slip through to Ibrahim. Adimabua headed to the box. Ibrahim taking on Gossett. This is into the top of the box. Awudor up and out. Meyer, excuse me, will step up. One thing which Cal didn't do all that well on Thursday was get those loose balls in the midfield. The possession was heavily Washington. And so we may see an adjustment. First thing, of course, that we notice is that Tate Dolan's playing a little bit of a higher role. I don't think Cal's switched to a back four per se. Oregon State looking to finish this road trip with, well, they'd love 3 points today, but a good result against Cal nonetheless. After that huge win at Stanford, they'll finish with 2 at home against San Diego State and UCLA, and then on the road, November 10th at Washington. And certainly that'll be a game to tune in for. As things stand, Washington on 16 points at the top of the Pac-12 standings. Here's Estrada. Jonathan Estrada holding up possession well. Back to Meyer. Estrada chipping it for Dimabua. That's headed away by Capdevila. Little space for Mo Tiam. Opts to go back to Williams. Andrea Capdevila from Catalonia. So much of this Oregon State team and so much of the technical ability comes from these international players who basically grew up since they were practically toddlers in academies and club camps. Gossett's back heel just to Ibrahim, and Ibrahim will clear. Push in the back from Gael Gibert on Adimabua. Cal, a free kick at midfield. Almost every one of these international players was in an academy from a young age. Take Luis Castillo, who is a freshman. He played with Club de Football La Nuncia, which is a third division club in Spain. SD Logrones, which is also a third division club. And then he was with Elche, Club de Football Ilicitano, which is a fifth division club, but sort of a subsidiary of Elche football. And I could go through, well, the rest of the other 8 Spanish players, or 6 French players, or 2 Argentinian players. There's a lot of groundwork in the education of every one of these players as far as soccer goes. Loose ball falls to Speichner. He'll turn on Meyer. Give off to Tiam. Well, Tiam back to Williams. Andrea Capdevila. He was in the Barcelona system at an early age. Very patient are these Beavers. Not trying to force anything. Tiam. Williams. Gossett Little good give and go. It's still Williams. He'll shoot. It's blocked. Williams will shoot again. Again, it's blocked. And it's out. Nice work from the Bears. A couple chances for Williams in there. Standing tall was Singer. Here's Williams again, middle of the pitch. He'll go outside. Lund. Across for Capdevila. They're extremely patient. Trying to find just the perfect time. Tiam didn't like it. Let's try again with Gossett. Bears holding a good shape. You're going to see a lot of action, I'd have to believe, down this right side between Tiam and Williams. Good run for a Wudor. Tried to fit one through for Tiam. But there, I believe, was Cameron Roby. Jerron Gerbet from Valence in France, which is southeastern France. He was the Pac-12 Freshman of the Year last year. 2 goals and 2 assists from the midfield. Tiam. Gossett on the overlap. He goes back to Capdevila. Awudor. Cortijo. Now Lund into the box and off the back of the head of Speichner. Ibrahim will keep that in.